And it goes a little something like
Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, I'm Kyrie Kunade, and today I'm joined by a very special guest of mine, Kirei Prism, aka Marissa. This is my lovely sister that has been mentioned in a couple of my previous videos, so now you have the opportunity to see her, and both of our Instagrams will be tagged in the description below, so be sure to check that out.
And give a giant likes on this video.
If you like the video, feel free to give a thumbs up and subscribe.
Hit that subscribe button.
But today we're going back to the start of it all with the real tea. Anyways, so today actually we're going back to 2016 Louisiana. Our very first convention ever. We've been cosplaying for 5 years, and we didn't go to our first con till 2016, so it was very eventful. I was 13 at the time. You were 15? If I was 13, she was 15.
Somebody should have just gave us a heads up on
creeps. We weren't warned at all, and we were not prepared. We were those stoked little nerdy kids who were like, oh my god, a convention! Yay! Nobody dared to tell us about what was in store for us.
The bad thing was, we didn't even really socialize with a lot of people. We had 2 friends that we were going to meet for the first time ever, and we met them and didn't really go off and really talk to a lot of people. I think we met one little group, but other than that, we kind of just
stuck together.
Yeah, we were
and
very
it's funnier
secluded. As
the conventions go on, the further me and you get at cons, we stay away from each other.
Yeah, we used to be
we've created our own individual cliques, so we've separated. We've become 2 totally different people. We started this together, and now we're ending apart.
I think part of it has to be because I have Randall. But you're welcome to walk with us.
Well, not only that, you're obviously of age, so more people tend to interact with you, which is very unfortunate for younger cosplayers. So if you are a young cosplayer, please be aware that older cosplayers sometimes just don't want to interact with you, and it's unfortunate, and you're missing out on making great friends.
I'm not one of those people. I'll interact with you no matter your age.
So if you ever feel that way, feel free to hit us up. We are always open to DMs. We're talking everything.
I get invited to a lot of things 18 plus
yeah,
that you can't join.
Not until later this year. Anyways, so yeah, con horror stories. This is where this is going. It's the shit, okay? This is the pits of it all. This is...
If you're one of these people that do this, do not attend cons. You are terrible and should not do this to people. It's not how you interact with people.
No. And at the age I was at, that set a very awkward, expectation for me when I went to conventions. When I went to conventions afterwards, I was always and it has also created a permanent fear for me of a character, and now I cannot enjoy that show, and it's very unfortunate because I have so many loves from that from that anime.
We won't put names. We will just be
we'll note what they were cosplaying or who they were,
or if they were just a random person, we'll be he, she, they, or whatever,
whatever we know their pronouns are. So
yeah.
Who goes first?
Oh, you gotta tell the one about your most biggest
Roshi?
Yes.
Okay.
Because that is the
cue the eerie scene, because this is terrifying. So, anyways, the start of my fear of the one and only character, Master Roshi from Dragon Ball. So, I love Dragon Ball. I always did. It was always on Cartoon Network and Toonami whenever I was growing up, so I always saw it, and our cousins were into it, and they're the one who really pulled us into it. And I never had a problem with this character. I knew who he was. Well, keep in mind, we're 13, we didn't really have the outfits,
I'm surprised people knew who we were.
I'm shocked anyone knew who I was at all. So, anyway.
Same, I feel that.
Well, I decided to go with the probably worst option for eye contacts for my first con ever.
Oh my god.
AKA I picked Hinata Hyuga from Naruto, and we all know how her eyes look. Well, I ended up not investing in mesh eye contact lenses. I invested in something called blind white. And quite literally, they make you blind.
had to like guide you around.
Yes, this was my guide.
I pushed people like straight up, like I didn't mean to, but like straight up pushed people out the way to like get her through because the hallways at Louisiana were like this big.
Itty bitty. And like we're all trying to like shove it.
People would just stand like in the middle and it was kind of like I'm like swimming through people.
Just kind of like beep 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 blind person.
That's what I would tell people. I'd be like, she can't see.
So, anyways, I decided to be Hinata for this day, unfortunately. And
Who was
you were Hide.
I was Hide.
You were Hide.
This is whenever I cosplayed guys.
Yeah, so Hide from Tokyo Ghoul is who she was, which I will put her characters on her side so you don't get confused. So, being visually impaired, I couldn't see much around me, which takes away the whole con experience. And this being my guide, well, obviously I could hear, so I heard someone call, Hinata's name, and I was Hinata, and I didn't know if they were talking to me, so I turned around. Well, my sister relayed to me that somebody wanted to have a photo with me. And like at your first con, you're like, yeah, dude, awesome. Someone wants a picture with me, and I'm not in her outfit. I literally am just in a wig context. I'm in some
It was like
I'm
some
glad.
grandma
Yes,
shirt.
it was definitely an old lady shirt, and I can pull up the exact picture. Terrifying.
Oh my god.
So,
yes.
I have to put those pictures in here. Even though they hold like a mass fear and phobia for me, they're going to be here. Right here.
You can see the like exact like
Yes, you can absolutely see the terror on my face. The second time it was definitely a bit braver. So I'm like, yeah, like let's take this picture. Well, all of a sudden, and for example, I will use my sister because this is consensual. Like, she's not gonna kill me if I hug her. So, anyways, me blind, I can't see, so I just know that my sister's in front of me with this camera. So,
I can do what he does if you just do what you do. Because I know the photo really well.
Do you?
Yeah.
Okay. So, 13-year-old little me in Hinata, not able to see, this man here just grabs me like this. And I am terrified. And Hinata poses like this. So I was like this, but I ended up like this because I was like terrified. It was absolutely.
Can we mention he took the picture on his DS?
That's why I said camera. It was on a DS. This man was taking photos on a Nintendo DS. Okay, hey, you do what you gotta do, but bro, you have a phone. I know that because you have Facebook. And I refuse to be your friend.
Bro, he's my friend on Facebook, and he'll comment little heart eyes or whatever
Oh,
under my stuff.
So, anyways, that was absolutely terrifying, and I thought that was the end of it. And at that point, I said, I don't like being blind anymore. So, I changed into Ryuko from Kill la Kill. Keep in mind, I was definitely a little bit bigger back then. So, a young kid cosplaying something from this anime, I wasn't aware of all the troubles it would bring me, but I did wrap ace bandages around my stomach to actually hide more skin.
Battle.
It was like a wounded Ryuko, but it was also to help me stay in my own comfort zone of showing too much skin. And also I was young.
It was respectful. If you're young and want to cosplay something that's a little bit more revealing, you can change it to where it's not.
Yeah, put an undershirt on or
revealing.
something.
And nobody could tell you anything. You could just be like.
So we went up and changed, and that was understandable because I was traumatized. So I changed into, like I said, I changed into Ryuko, and we're just walking around the con, and all of a sudden, shabam, the dude's back. Cosplaying Master Roshi still, the same day, maybe only hours apart. I don't think he recognized that I had changed. You had changed at this point.
I was Ren Okumura from Blue Exorcist.
From Blue Exorcist, and so Marissa tells me, she comes up to me and she's like, that's the dude from earlier. The one who took the picture with you on the DS that I told you about. And I was like, oh my god. Because, we just saw him. Well, we locked eyes. And this man goes, Ryuko. And I'm like, who knew? And, I was young and I didn't want to turn down a picture. And I really should have because I only made this worse for myself. So, this dude here. ask for another picture on the DS. I can see this time. I am 100% great at eyes. Like, my eyes are
great at eyes.
I don't know how to word this. I like recalling all this is very
scary,
traumatic.
Yeah.
Very traumatizing. So this time he didn't grab me. He just stood by me, which was fine.
He was like,
but he wasn't like
not like
grabbing as much as he did in the other one. And I was a little bit more okay with this, but I was still Well, this one I put a big girl face on. I will put the picture here. So I'm in Ryuko, and I'm like this. I'm pretty sure this is 100% my pose.
And he's like...
And he's like this, and I'm just smirking, but obviously the uncomfortableness is visible. The picture gets taken, and sure enough, this man lands a kiss on my head. Just out of nowhere, just grabs my head and then takes his DS and walks off. And that was it. We never saw the man for the rest of the convention.
He got escorted out of the con. I know that because he was harassing.
Security got him. He was doing it to some other girls too, and fortunately, they knew what to do. I didn't.
Yeah, no, like we had no clue. Like you go like report stuff like this. Like we didn't even know like creepy people would like come
do
up
that.
to
I didn't know that was
and...
gonna happen to me. So that is why I now have a permanent fear of masturbation, and that dude has continued to go to conventions in the same cosplay year after year, and he has he blames it on a disorder, which is very
That's not right for
that's
people
horrible.
who
don't blame it. Don't be like, oh, I'm like this because I have this disorder.
like
So
that does not justify.
do you want me to keep going until we get to the rave? And then that's when your story comes in?
Are you about to tell about the 22-year-old?
The Marine.
You also gotta do the voice actor. That's just a
Oh
funny
my god,
story.
that's funny.
That's a
I'll
funny
save that for
story.
the end after the rave because
that was
after the rave anyways.
and it was funny. So that's not a horror story, but that
It's
has to be included.
It's an honorable mention.
Yeah.
So next,
Get the big
same
title, honorable mention.
Same convention. Hours later. Chamois. I'm still 13. I didn't change age in an hour, okay? I'm sitting on the couch waiting for you.
Yeah, because
Y'all were, I think you were getting something to eat, like in the little snack area that the Marriott had.
I think so.
And so I was sitting on the couch waiting for them because, you know, it's in the lobby.
We weren't getting something to eat.
I was like,
We were
okay.
trying to figure out how to get back to the hotel room because remember the people we went with?
No, Mimi, that comes in after.
Oh, yeah. Never mind.
Anyways.
Oops.
So we're sitting on the couch, and this dude comes and sits next to me. And he's not in cosplay or anything. I'm in cosplay. I can't remember who I was in at this point.
Were you in
Yes.
Hana?
I was in Hana from prison school at 13 years old.
That's not an anime for young kids.
But no one knew who I was because I didn't look like her. It's okay. It's okay. I looked like He-Man in a skirt, so it's fine. Anyways.
I was still Ren.
Yes. So this dude comes and sits next to me, and he just opens up a casual conversation, like, hi. He never asked my age, never asked my name, nothing. No, never asked. And I'm like, okay, that's, we're just having a casual conversation. There's nothing about this. Well, he pulls out this military ID. And I'm like, oh, obviously this dude's older. He's in the military. Well, he explains to me, and he was like, oh, well, I'm 22, and, here's my military ID. It's really cool if you want to look at it. And I'm like, oh, wow, this is cool. But at the same time, I'm like, what does this have to do with me? Okay, we're at a con and you're a military guy. Thanks for your service.
Maybe that was his cosplay. Wasn't it?
No, that was real. I've seen military IDs.
I know, but I'm just saying, like, what if he was just trying to stay in character with what he was...
But he wasn't in cosplay. He was in normal outfit.
Oh.
And what would his military ID with his real name and real picture have to do with it?
I don't know.
Anyways.
Maybe he wanted to be authentic.
We befriended him. We all did. Eventually they came over and joined me, and he followed us around.
Everywhere. And we, didn't invite him
to join us. So we decided to go up to the hotel room. This is where a whole bunch of shit went down. So we go up to the hotel room, and we don't even communicate. We just somehow knew this was going to happen. So I pushed the wrong floor. And I think that's when everyone really caught on, like, she knows our floor. Why didn't she push it?
Yeah.
So I pushed the wrong floor on purpose. And we all get out the elevator on this floor. And then we're like, oh no, wrong floor. And we just hurry back into the elevator. Keep in mind,
you went on the right floor and ran out, and we all said, oh no, wrong floor, because we saw him.
Was that it?
Yeah.
I thought we all got out.
We all did. He wasn't with us. Remember he took the stairs because we said we were going to take the hotel?
No, we didn't get out on the right floor. We got off on the wrong floor and then went to our correct floor.
Was it? I thought we got on the right floor and then we're like, wrong floor. I don't know, something.
So, I know that we got, because we all got out. And then we all said wrong floor and we all got back in and left him on that floor.
Yeah, we did. I do
so that we could go back to our room. So, that's, it was 2016. Our memory is all a little hazy.
Oh, yeah.
So, anyways, we finally, we're pushing this close the door emergency button. Like, close the door. And it closes. So we're all in there and we're all like, whoo. And, there's a big group of us. It was Ryan, Holly, Marco, Kimmy,
you, was
Nick and Bailey were with us. So it was
and Kyle.
Oh, and Kyle. So there was a couple of people. We can name them because
they're still like friends with us. Like
they weren't the people that was doing anything.
They actually were like protective
because they were older.
Yeah, they were. We met them at the con and told them like what had happened.
So, anyways, we get to our floor and we knock on our door, and we're rooming with some people, and we don't have any way to really contact them, which was yet again another rookie mistake. Please make sure you always have some form of contact with someone that you are rooming with.
And the bad thing was she was a friend of mine from school.
Yeah, so it was just worse. So we're banging on the door, no one answers, and then we find out that they went to go get Raising Cane's.
They left
the hotel in general. So we're there like by ourselves, and we're like, okay, we don't have a key card. They wouldn't let us have one of the key cards, so we couldn't get back into our room. So then that's when we decide, well, someone has to go down and get a key card.
But it had to be one of us.
I was chosen. And I knew that the dude was down there. Because he had no choice but to go back down. So we're all sitting in the hallway, like, knowing, like, this is really about to happen. Marco, luckily, decides to come with me. So we go down the stairs. Me and Marco took the stairs, not the elevator. And they come out at the same spot. Well, we come out, and this dude is back on the couch. Same spot, and obviously this was just minutes apart. I am terrified because I know that this dude knows that we literally just like gypped him.
Yeah.
So Marco grabs my hand and walks with me. Like just walks me through the lobby. So
that's what any friend should do. Even like
yes, because obviously we were younger, so like it was okay.
Perhaps that most men will back off if they see that you have a boyfriend or like a significant other. Most men will like back off. So in a sense, it was kind of like pretending like she's my girlfriend. So like, don't approach her.
Yeah. So we end up going to the counter. And when we're at the counter, Marco stands behind me so that this dude obviously can't see me. And I eventually, after some trouble, get a key card and go back to our room. And pretty much I didn't really talk to the dude or see him after that. This part, fair warning, might be a little bit 18 plus because of some of the stuff that's mentioned. Now we are at the rave.
Yes, mature language is used.
Yeah. So like words that maybe children shouldn't be hearing are used. Which I've said the SH word a couple times. Oops. I'll just bleep it out. But now I will let you tell your story of the rave before my story of the rave comes.
So I don't remember like what time it was, but I had one cosplay, like the full cosplay, and I want to wear her for the rave. Don't know why I didn't wear her during the day.
I was in Ryuko and you were in Asuna.
I was Asuna from Sword Art Online. And I wore it to the rave that cons have. And it was the worst idea because I was hot the whole time. But I don't know. I don't know why I did it. But we like are all dancing, and I was kind of crushing on one of the people we had met. So like I was hanging around him a lot, but I walked away and went to go dance in the circle with like y'all. Like we created like a little dance circle, like nothing wrong with it. And this dude walks in to, like, the circle, and we're just like, okay, whatever.
Hey, like, join the party.
Yeah, like, whatever, like. But,
Just
like,
kidding.
he comes up to me, and I had forgot to bring shorts to the
Yet
con.
again, rookie mistake.
Yes. I didn't double check. But the skirt was long. Like, it was long enough to, like, cover everything, and I wasn't trying to be, like, inappropriate with anybody.
You weren't, but he was.
Yeah, no. And he walks up, and he's clearly intoxicated. And he, like, starts grabbing my, like, thighs. And I'm kind of just like, what do I do now? And he starts running his hand up my thigh to get underneath my skirt and tells me I'm cute and leans in to kiss me. And my first instinct is to just run away. Like, I straight up was just like, and I just took off running to our friend Nick and Bailey and was like, I want to go back to the room. And so I told them exactly what happened. Keep in mind, this dude, I don't even know who he was. I don't even remember what he looked like.
I do.
I don't.
He had sunglasses on, like the light up sunglasses, and he was white, and he had like brown curly wavy hair. I remember very clearly, and he had a hat on, a snapback hat.
I didn't even know his name, didn't know his age, but obviously he was able to drink because he was intoxicated.
Oh, that's not always the case. If you're a minor, please do not get drunk at a convention. Like,
We have a con horror
because
story about
there
that.
is some funky children, okay? Like, don't do that.
And
The
not
people buying the alcohol for you can get in really big trouble.
Like,
Like,
that drinking's not always that cool.
yeah, heart problems.
But anyway, we end up seeing this guy again, and my friend Bailey, he puts his arm around me and, like, stares this guy down. This dude, like, runs, like, pretending he didn't do anything wrong, nothing. And I was terrified I never wore that cosplay after that. Never.
I'm telling you, traumatizing. I can't watch Dragon Ball anymore.
Like, I have her cosplay in the closet because it's my first one, so I won't get rid of it. But as far as wearing it ever again, no, never did.
Got rid of mine. Moolah. My rave story. Keep in mind, yet again, my age didn't change within hours. I'm still a child.
We
Still
were
13.
both still children because I was 15.
I was 13. I'm just grooving. Just jamming. Just feeling the vibes in the room. Okay? And I have this dude come up behind me. And he's not touching me. He just starts dancing behind me. And it wasn't really anything sexual.
The room was crowded too.
Yeah, so he was just like behind me just grooving, and then I kind of like looked back and I was like, hey, well, there's a dude behind me. Well, I'm just still like just going, you know, like living at La Vida Loca. And this dude thought he had the right to just push up on me, and I'm like, whoa, no. So he just does it, and then I can feel something on me. And I'm like,
disco stick was
and I-
happy. Is that parent friendly?
so you just like, I like jumped forward, because obviously I'm like, whoa, like, dude, no. And he just looks at me and goes, I'm sorry, I gotta go. And leaves the rave. And I run up to my friend Nick, and I'm like, hello, like, help. I don't want to be here anymore. This weekend has been traumatizing. I mean, I had fun, but at the same time, that like half of my con horror stories came from that.
Okay, now you gotta tell the funny one before we skip to the.
Should I don't want to say he's the voice actor of, because I don't.
You don't want to put his name
Name
out
out
there. Yeah, because this is a little like.
I will say this much: he is a voice actor from Tokyo Ghoul. So,
But we didn't know because I think he's an English voice actor. I think the English voice acting for Tokyo Ghoul is kind of trash. So we didn't know.
anyways, this dude, we were in the pool. You know, if we were brave enough to get in it because it was freezing.
Me and Bailey did.
I did. I got into it.
Yeah.
And, you know, I have my towel wrapped around me, and I'm just, like, you know, chilling. And he comes outside to hang out with all of us. I don't know who he is. And, you know, he's talking to all my friends and everything. He starts talking to me, and obviously I can read the atmosphere, but this man has, like, a full-on beard. I'm kind of like, okay, well, you know, this dude's obviously older. And you know, there was no flirtiness from me. It was more directed towards him. And then he dropped a question. How old are you? I wasn't gonna lie. Don't do that. Don't lie about your age. That is so dangerous.
It's not just that. You would get an innocent person
in trouble.
Like, sometimes with makeup and in cosplay, you look a lot older than you are. So it's really hard to tell. But never tell anybody you're of age and not really, because that's just wrong.
Yes. And so I look at him and my friend Ryan goes, it's a trick question because I don't look 13 at the time. Then I tell him, oh, I'm 13. Dead, just instant, looks at me. Oh, I have diarrhea. Leaves. I'm telling you, leaves the pool area, goes up to his hotel room, and texts our friend that he knew in the circle about, like, he was like, I don't really have diarrhea.
And the bad thing was, we knew what room he was staying in.
Yo, but that was that.
But we never went up to the room.
I think Louisiana was one of my only cons where I had horror stories. I've never.
I've been like.
I've accidentally eaten. Well, I didn't eat it. I almost ate moldy corn from MechaCon. That was a $12 salad. If you go watch my MechaCon vlog, you literally see where I had to go into trash and dig for my receipt because there was moldy corn in my salad that I paid $12 for, and I got $6 back.
Louisiana, 2019.
Was that when I had like the sugar high?
No, that was 2018. Oh, we're not gonna talk about that con.
I liked that con.
That was like the most fun con, but
I was so like cracked down on sugar packets from the coffee thing. I beat everyone up a flight of stairs, and I have heart problems.
I was making dumb decisions. Anyway, Louisiana, 2019. I'm in a straight relationship. I have a boyfriend. I identify as female. He identifies as a male. We are straight. And so we cosplay couple cosplays. And we do Momo and Todoroki. I get it. A lot of y'all don't ship Todoroki.
Oh, I was like, where's the story going?
A lot of y'all don't ship Todoroki with Momo. But, like, everybody can have their own opinion. But as far as you just pushing it onto somebody or harassing somebody because they're not cosplaying your ship.
Don't bash people for their ships, and do not try to push any of your ships on other people. You can ship in peace. If you have a character, if you ship Todoroki and Momo, or Todoroki and Deku, you can both agree that Todoroki deserves love and he's hot. Like, hello, like, meet me somewhere in the middle. You can meet in the middle somewhere.
Well, we don't like to cosplay for My Hero. Be a lot because they're toxic. I'm so sorry. No offense, but we were cosplaying and we had just gotten done with a photo shoot. We had 3 photo shoots back to back. So we just got done with them all and we were walking to go back to the hotel room because we were just tired. And these group of, I want to say they were like 13, like 13-year-olds. They walked up and they were all cosplaying My Hero and started like circling Randall, my boyfriend, and asking him why he was with Momo because Todoroki's gay. And they just kept pushing and pushing and pushing, and Randall's not gonna say anything just because he's that type of person who just doesn't care. So we had to like walk faster to get away from these kids. And like their mom was like right there. And didn't once tell them, like, hey, leave them alone.
Maybe, like, not harass people.
Oh, I forgot a story. This is, like, a year before. Whenever me and Bryce went to Louisiana, 2017? Yeah, because 2018 I was single. Remember Condad?
Yes. But that's not really a horror story for us. That's more of cheese.
No, you weren't there when it happened. You remember that
I'm talking about the brony that followed Chi around.
No. Okay, so I was cosplaying Ryuko. This is Louisiana 2017. I was cosplaying Ryuko. Remember the guest was also cosplaying Ryuko, but she was doing the activated Kamui. I was doing normal. We're standing in a circle. I forgot who's on the circle. And this dude walks into the circle, like in the middle, and looks at me and goes, are you the cosplay guest? And I go, no. He goes, oh. Well, where are you from? Like, I'm just like looking around, like I don't know what to say. And his friend, I guess, catches on and grabs his arm and goes, you shouldn't grab my arm. His friend grabs his arm and goes, come on, dude, we gotta go. And starts pulling him out the
Because
circle.
Conrad's intimidating. I miss him. He lives in Texas, but that man's like...
Dude, no, but this dude, straight face, goes, well, where are you from? Where do you live?
None your business.
What was I supposed to say? What's another one? Oh, Wizard World 2020.
I didn't have any, other than I saw the Master Roshi again once at, I think it was 2018 Wizard World, where he, like, called out to me and I went behind a booth and had a mental breakdown and cried in 2B. There was that.
Wizard World 2020, me and my boyfriend cosplayed Sakura and Sasuke, and we decided to do the parent versions from Boruto. Well, she cosplayed Sarada. And we were just walking, me and her are like the same height. Like, we can't change our height, and she just offered to be Sarada. Like, there's nothing wrong with her wanting to cosplay our child. Well, we walked past a booth, and they were like, since when are Sakura and Sarada the same height? And I was like, that's my little sister cosplaying her. Oh, that's weird.
Not really.
Like, how? And then we got asked for a photo.
Are you talking about the dudes that looked like they only watched Dragon Ball Z and Naruto and that's about all they know?
Yeah. And the one guy comes up and takes a photo with us, and then his friend asks for a photo. In the middle of the photo, yells, Sakura is useless. And I kind of wanted to, like, step out of the photo and not be in it. Like, why take a photo with Sakura in it if you hate her? Your opinions you can have. You know, opinions are like assholes. Everybody has one. But it's better to keep some to yourself. Because one person might like something, another person might not like it. But that doesn't mean you have to be, like, rude about it. Like, okay, that's your opinion. I'm cosplaying a character I like. Let me do it in peace. It's not hard. What now?
I have no idea.
Our con horror stories aren't, like, that bad. I think...
No, they're not bad. The worst is maybe people touchy, and I'm like, hello? No! No touchy. No, don't do that. We don't do that.
Yeah. Why touch people?
Right.
Like,
So.
I get, like, the... Or, like...
Still ask. Be like, is this okay?
Girls, I understand if you're, like, you don't mean anything by it and you rest your hand right here. We have boobs. I mean, you can't avoid them. They're there. But, like, if somebody looks uncomfortable with your hand right here, all you gotta do is just...
Shit that over.
It's an easy fix. I've had somebody do this by accident, but they just were like, and took a picture.
That was our con horror stories. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to hit that like button and that subscribe button if you're feeling nice. Also, our Instagrams and everything will be in the description below, so make sure to check that out. There might be some other things in there that you don't know. And, we'll see you next time.